Nearly 2 years after a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy was arrested and fired from the sheriff's office, the criminal case was dismissed. An arbitrator this year decided to return that deputy to duty, a first in Sheriff Javier Salazar's time in office. Eyewitness News reporter Mariah Medina has video of the 2018 encounter that landed the deputy in trouble and what his attorney had to say about his firing.
It started with this May 2018 incident. As Deputy Marquis Shands looked over his pod, one inmate requested a smaller shirt.
I'm not taking anybody.
The inmate proceeded to take off his top and the shirts he was handed before tossing them on the ground and walking away. Shands is seen walking to retrieve the clothes, handing them off to another inmate. But later, that shirtless inmate returns with the shirts in hand, again chunking them on the ground. Shands picks up the clothes once more before tossing them in the direction of the inmate when words are exchanged. Shands is seen pushing the inmate to the ground before the conflict dissolves. This short interaction landed Shands behind bars on a charge of official oppression.
The incident taken out of context looks one way, but in context is very appropriate. And we're just very happy with the result, and so is our client, so is Marquis.
Former Bexar County District Attorney Nico LaHood represented Shands on the criminal case, which was dismissed last April.
I know that we want immediate reactions and we want all the information up front, but the court of public opinion and the court of law are two different things.
Shands also fought for his job back, and an arbitrator sided with Shands, a first under Sheriff Javier Salazar. According to records obtained by KENS 5, Salazar fired more than 100 deputies between 2017 and 2020. Shands is the only one to get his job back through arbitration. LaHood says it's an example of why the public shouldn't rush to judgment.
Think about releasing a bunch of feathers from a pillowcase on the top of a mountain and going back and picking up those feathers. Because the exoneration is never as public as the accusation. And that's unfortunate.
The sheriff declined to comment, and the agency did not disclose details of the arbitrator's opinion. It's also unclear whether the sheriff's office intends to contest the arbitrator's decision in court. Mariah Medina, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.